Mr. Ranjan, thank you so very much for your time today. And before you start off, right, we have to tell you that we are super excited to have you with us. And when we meet the founder and the CEO of the world's leading emotion AI company, only one thing comes to our mind. So, if with your approval, we go ahead with what that is.
Yeah, please.
So, what is the most bizarre, fun, interesting conclusion about a customer's emotion you have deduced basis their data usage?
That's pretty interesting one. When we do online shopping, men go and directly search for a product, and women love to spend more time. So if you're optimizing your customer experience for men, it's altogether different than how you want to do for women. So that's something was bizarre for me, but kind of interesting one. It's a fun thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's the digital version of something which happens physically.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Fantastic answer, Mr. Ranjan. What an honor to have you today. Stage is all yours.
Thank you. I'll just share my screen. Thanks a lot, Nikita. So the topic for me today is when we're talking about what does experience and customer experience means in the post-COVID world, right? And we all are sort of grappling with that and the realities of post-COVID era and what does it lie in front of us from perspective of customer experience. And I'm Ranjan. I'm founder and CEO at Entropik Tech. At Entropik, we work in the space of emotion AI. Emotion AI is pretty simple. We need to understand consumer emotion and behavior, and that's what we do. We are present in 150 customers over all major regions that you see, and with about 17 patents on various technologies and way in which we can understand human emotion, which includes face expression, eye movement, voice tonality, and brainwave mapping as well. So that's primarily what we do. Quickly coming to the context here, right? What does truly a customer experience mean? And I've just taken an example of this millennial, this guy Jeevan, who is a tech enthusiast, and he's looking to buy his new phone. In a pre-COVID world, he used to go to a store, talk to the store rep, ask about his recommendation about the smartphone that he want to purchase. He used to check out offers in store and online. He loves talking to the folks out there and understand, and then give a perspective about what kind of phone should I buy, what I should not buy, and what's the competitive options like, right? And then he loves holding his phone, right? We used to love holding our phones when we go to the store, and then if there is a problem, I'll call my customer support guy, or I'll go to a customer care center and ask questions, right? That is what a overall pre-COVID era used to look like. Fortunately, unfortunately, what has happened with COVID, post-COVID, now everything is online. He can't go out in the stores, so he can't talk to store rep. So he relies on now online modes of understanding recommendation. There's ratings, there are reviews, there are marketplaces. Now for him to know whether product is good, bad, ugly, then he has to look at the product images, 360-degree videos, AR, VR, various sort of options which is there. And then he can use chats to consult with his customer rep to understand if there is any sort of support issues, right? So the whole landscape has changed. How it has changed, a few key notable points. And some of the shifts are very irreversible as it has happened. First, customers have moved online. It was already incoming, but sort of it has accelerated. COVID has accelerated the whole phenomena. Up to 25% net increase in intent of spend online, that is going to happen even after the COVID. McKinsey reports also say that the loyalty of customer towards the brand have really shaken up, right? 94% of the Indian customers have changed their stores, and the financial aspects are a lot more important. Value aspects are a lot more important. The health concerns and the value around that has become a lot more important. There's a whole lot of home buddy economy that is getting built out, right? A lot of people are working out of home and they're not resuming to the normal, and there is a irreversible shift that we're going to see over there. And then a lot more conscious audience is what we are seeing out there, which means that people are not spending as it was on discretionary products. They're spending a lot more calculative. They're spending a lot more on the things that personally matters a lot more to them, right? So the whole experience in that way has gone digital like never before, and irreversibly so. So what does that mean for business, right? This is a customer aspect of things. So what all changed, how the world has changed. What it has led to is, I used to love talking to my store manager. I used to walk into a retail mall and ask questions and feel the experience. And in fact, the whole shopping experience was kind of a experience, and then buying was a byproduct of it. That's how it used to be. It was very emotional. It was very conversational. It was very relational. But when things move digital, it has become a lot more efficient. It has become a lot more faster. I have back-to-back meetings and conversations, and my purchase behavior has become hyper intelligent. I rely on recommendation and all. And whenever there is a technology that makes us very intelligent and efficient, there's a void that gets created, and that's the experiential void that today's customer is dealing with. I miss my conversation with store rep. I miss the conversation in the way I used to, have experience across with a customer support person. So those are the things as it has moved to the digital world, right from awareness to purchase to support. The brands need to cater to this void that has created, and the ones that are doing so are reaping disproportionate returns. And it is not the first time that it has happened. It has happened always in the past. The experiential void gets created whenever there is a efficiency play that happens. There's a certain surge in efficiency, makes experience lagging by, and that creates that void. The future of hence the future of CX lies whether this whole digital experience and this whole digital economy that is getting created, can it be humanized? Can I interact with my customer, with my peers, with my shoppers, with my customer support guys in the same way as I was doing earlier? And hence the question is, if that's the expectation of the customer, irrespective of whether it's a physical economy or digital economy, how you as a brands can respond. And that's where we come in. We work in the space of emotion AI, and we created this whole layer of emotional interactivity with various technologies to understand your consumer emotions on the fly, and help you as brand to deliver to those experiential need and experiential void that is getting created. The first technology that we have is facial coding. Facial coding uses your webcam and mobile cam to understand your face expression. Are you happy? Are you excited? Are you relaxed? Are you bored? What's your attention level like? What your engagement levels are, and make you engage with your customer in a lot more experiential way. You can, the other one is eye tracking. So we understand where exactly users looking on the screen, and from that, I can help you understand when you're watching a content, what kind of character that your users are looking at. Are they liking, disliking the character that they are looking at? If you're browsing on a mobile app, are you looking at the rating, or are you looking at the reviews? Are you looking at the product? Are you looking at the image? And this is immense amount of insight that brands can have to create those user experiences that they need to. The third is voice AI, where we use things like understanding the tonality of the voice. And Mr. Sanjay spoke about tonality, and we understand the tonality of voice as you converse with your customer through marketing experiences, through digital experience, or through customer support experience. We understand that tonality and makes a sense of what kind of sentiment you are exhibiting, and helps help you create experiences which is emotionally a lot more resonating with your user. And the last is brainwave mapping, where we used neuro devices to understand consumer neuro responses, how they feel when they interact with your product experience or your digital experience in this particular case. With this whole suite of emotion AI technologies, face, eye, voice, and brain, we provide brands and companies with means to create this layer of humanized experiences, which can fill in the void of experience that otherwise has been created. And that's a platform called as Effect Lab we have. Primarily on one side, the brands and agencies. On the other side, there is over 50 million plus customer base, which is across 110 countries. Let's say if you want to create a mobile experience, which is optimized to human experience, then all you need to do is put it out on our platform, and all the users by type of audience that you want can actually go and test out those experiences. As they do so, we turn on the camera and we ask their permission, and then we track their facial expression and eye movement as they go through browsing your mobile app or a digital experience that you're creating. As they do so, we can provide you insights like where exactly user is looking at. Are they looking at the click button? Are they looking at something else? When they're going through that journey, what is the point where they're getting frustrated? What is the point where they're getting excited? And hence, can you leverage on that to create experience which is meaningful for the user? If it is an ad, then you can essentially optimize your advertisement to talk in a tone which actually your user want to hear. So we provide insight in terms of your 5th second to 14th second of the ad is where user is excited, and these are the parts where user is bored. So you can clearly understand what is working, not working with the audience at a resonating level, and not just stated response, but emotional response, which contributes to 95% of consumers' decision making. So that's what we do, and effectively for over 150 plus enterprise customers, we help them optimize their marketing experiences, whether it's the content experience, their shopper experience, both on their digital and retail environment, and the customer support experience that are there. And what it has resulted to some of the leading e-commerce companies, we have delivered over 16% increase in online conversion, which directly impacts their top line. Then to a lot of companies, we have delivered over 34% lift in their marketing spend ROI, because they were creating now ads which resonate with user at a lot more subconscious level and emotional level. And then we also help them improve the CSAT scores just by using emotion as a key currency and a transaction measure. We have 3 products: Effect Lab, Effect UX, Effect API. Effect Lab is primarily about marketing and shopper experience. Effect UX is about digital experience, and API is pretty much what you can integrate anywhere to create this layer of emotional interactivity. And that's my last slide, right? CX has always been at forefront of disruption, right? Look at the logos on the left side. These are the companies which has been disrupted massively. And the biggest disruption of last 40, 50 years has happened in the space of CX. There was companies like Nokia, and then the iPhone came, and the incumbency just doesn't help. If you're not ahead in the curve in terms of your CX roadmap, it hurts, and when it hurts, you're not ready for that. So that's just a message that I want to give at the end, that this disruption is happening once again, and COVID has accelerated that big time. While 80% of the executive feels that they understand their consumer emotion, only 15% of the consumers are agreeing to it. And that's as per Capgemini CX report. And that's a massive void that I'm talking about. So the time to act on it is now, and Emotion AI is there at your disposal to solve for it. Thanks a lot.